The role of a freight forwarder, who is also known as a non-vessel operating common carrier in the maritime industry, cannot be overemphasized. Their key job is to organize shipments for individuals or corporations to get goods from the manufacturer or producer to a market, customer, or final point of distribution. International freight forwarders have additional expertise in preparing and processing customs and other documentation and performing activities pertaining to international shipments. Information typically received by a freight forwarder includes the commercial invoice, shipper's export declaration, bill of lading, and other documents required by the carrier or country of export, import, and transshipment. Looking at all these roles, you will agree with me that a freight forwarder must be trained to enable them discharge their duties professionally. Welcome. I'm glad to have you join us on today's edition of Maritime Update, where we bring to you every week activities in the maritime industry. I am Norma Obiaswalo. Delay in the clearance of goods at the nation's seaports has been attributed to the inadequate training of freight forwarders to be professionals in discharging their duties. If the issue of education and training is tackled, a handful of problems mitigating cargo clearance would be solved because of the important role a freight forwarder plays in international trade. It has therefore become imperative that practitioners have requisite knowledge not only for clearance of goods and cargo at the port, but also delivery. In this episode, we will be focusing on the importance of training for freight forwarders to ensure professionalism in the discharge of their duties. First, let's look at the issues and developments that made news in the maritime industry. Stay with us. Kaduna Inland Dry Port to generate 24,000 direct jobs. The opening of Lily Pond Truck Transit Park excites truckers and stakeholders. National Inland Waterways Authority appoints 10 new managers. Welcome to Maritime News, and now to the main stories. The Executive Secretary and CEO of the Nigerian Shippers Council, NSC, Hassan Bello, at the one-day interactive program held in Kaduna to flag off the commencement of cargo delivery by rail to the inland dry port, said the project will generate 24,000 direct jobs. The NSC boss said Shippers Council is discussing with Commonwealth Enterprise Investment Council in London and local investors to see what value could be added to the port, noting that it is imperative that the dry port is not just a transportation center but a hub for economic activities and will help decongest Apapa, Tinkan Island, and also reduce the cost of transportation by 50%. The Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, who was represented by the Director of Maritime Services, Sani Galadanchi, said the Kaduna Dry Port will greatly provide the needed stimulus for massive economic growth in Kaduna State and the country at large, and that this project was aimed at ensuring effective intermodal transport connectivity worldwide. The governor of Kaduna State, Nasser El-Rufai, on his part, was grateful to the Ministry of Transportation, Shippers Council, Inland Container Nigeria Limited, and all regulatory agencies that worked hard to make the IDP a reality, noting that the dry port is functional and goods could be shipped into Kaduna from any part of the world. The inauguration of the Lily Pond Transit Park by the Nigerian Ports Authority (NPA) has brought smiles to some truckers, as they say this will reduce cost, loss of lives, traffic, and extortion on port routes. Speaking on the importance of the park, a chieftain of the truckers, Abdullahi Inwa, appealed to NPA and the managers of the park to guard against subversive measures that could thwart the good intentions of the park. Emeka Okorafor, a trucker, also added that if the call-up system is maintained, it will curb the gridlock on the port roads. Meanwhile, stakeholders included the National Association of Government-Approved Freight Forwarders, NAGAF, and the Chartered Institute of Logistic Transport (CILT) lauded the move, saying it will address the perennial traffic gridlock in Apapa. The National Inland Waterways Authority (NIWA) has rejigged its personnel at the agency's area offices with the appointment of 10 senior officers as new area managers. This is in a bid to ensure professionalism in the agency. The General Manager Corporate Affairs of NIWA said the new posting was just to put the round pegs in the round holes, but that the officers were carefully selected to enhance the operational efficiency of the agency and also strengthen the revenue drive and provide better service delivery to all relevant stakeholders nationwide, and that this appointment is with immediate effect. And that's Maritime News. Maritime Update continues shortly. After this short break, stay with us.
Welcome to Port Support Services, otherwise called the PSSP. This is an initiative of the Nigerian Shippers Council created to serve the public better. To help you navigate the portal, first log on to the website at www.pssp.ng for every information about the PSSP, which includes information on project standards, operating procedure of the partners of the PSSP, and frequently asked questions or contact information with the PSSP of Nigeria Shippers Council. Members of the public will be able to make complaints using the complaint form, track the status of the complaint, make inquiries, or give us a feedback using the contact form. The following are steps to submit a complaint. Open your web browser and type www.pssp.ng, which will take you to the home page. Click on the Make a Complaint. The login page takes you to the registration portal, which is mandatory for you to submit a complaint. If it's your first time of submitting a complaint, click on either the register or the button on the registration link. To register, you will need to supply your email address, display name, and password. After completing these fields, you should click on the register button. If you have previously created an account, simply log in by supplying your email address and password. After you have successfully logged in, you should see your complaint form. The system assumes you are the main complaint. The complaint form has 5 sections with the following details: service provider details, event or service description, other details, complaint description. In other and in addition, you will find a yes and no button, and this is how it works. Using the yes or no button, indicate if you're complaining on behalf of a company. If you're complaining on behalf of someone, you will have to give us other details by clicking on the Add Detail button, then click the Next button. From the pop-up list, select the type of company your complaint is about from the agency list and select the company from the company list.
Welcome back. If you have just joined us, this is Maritime Update reaching you courtesy of the Nigerian Shippers Council. For details, please reach the Nigerian Shippers Council on our email, website, or better still, text the number showing on your screen. Now to the guest of the week. He is Iju Tony Wabunike, National President, Association of Nigerian Licensed Custom Agents, share on his policy direction for his association and what he is doing to ensure discipline, integrity, and professionalism among his members. These and many more. Stay with us. Tell us about the activities of your association and the achievements, your achievements so far as the president of the Association of Nigerian Custom License Agents, and how this has geared towards moving the maritime industry forward.
Okay, thank you very much, and you're welcome. So far, the achievements are numerous. We have gotten a very good metric number of our members, making sure that every single member of this association is under database. And we have actually worked ourselves to interface with other agencies in areas of ICTs. We have done that. Our relationship internationally is soaring very high because we have good relationship with FIATA, FIACA, and other world custom organizations. So 1 year achievement is all about all-encompassing, and we are moving up. In as much as we've not done as much as we expected because of some policies that have been hindering all the things we are putting on the line for ourselves, but we have gotten to a very maximum level.
What will you say is your policy direction as the president?
Yeah, my policy direction, first of all, is to professionalize the freight forwarders. Most times, stop custom brokers and freight forwarders are being tagged as clearing and forwarding agents. And I don't want to begin to believe all those things. We want to professionalize ourselves and make sure that we are professionals in our fields, giving our duties priorities and making sure that we work according to government policies online and making things work according to what government wants us to do. When we mean government wants us to do, the port is a bonded area and the government area. So every policy that concerns import guidelines and procedures, we strictly adhere to it. So professionalism is the bane of my competence.
So what have you done concerning, you said one of your achievements have been ensuring professionalism, but what have you done in the area of capacity building to meet up with the dynamics of the freight forwarding profession?
I have 4 years growth, I have 4 years tenure,
okay.
And the very first one we did is to making sure that we are professionals in our fields. Okay. The second stanza is making the capacity building and making sure that we have training and the training of our members.
Okay.
We have actually started it. We have some areas where we have already worked in tandem with the customs, where we do our programs and we train of our members and capacity building of our members. So it's going to be the second standard. Okay. The third standard is putting an institution where these trainings will be a yearly occurrence or monthly or
something like a school or something.
School,
okay.
Yeah. We have an idea of school. Probably a school of freight forwarding and a school of custom brokers, and not just us using it. It's going to be a West African thing because we are having a relationship with all the West African states this time around, where they are even actually asking us to become the president of the West African Freight Forwarders Association. What we want to do is to have a school, a very broad school of freight forwarding, logistics, custom brokerages, and all the rest of them. That's the third standard. The last standard is to certify, giving certification to all these people who actually gone this training and getting these things done right. Because we need to get ourselves together. The world is becoming a global village, and people need to imbibe their spirit of ICTs. And these are the areas we want to know. If you are not professional in this field, it's going to be very tough for you to work with.
So you're imbibing technology?
Yes.
Okay, what have you done? You've mentioned one of your key achievements is professionalism. What have you done to instill discipline, then integrity among your association members, which will in turn move the maritime industry forward?
Yes, when you come to talk about integrity and what have we done in areas of discipline, it's when you train somebody,
okay,
systematically you're shaping the person right to the point of what you want him to be.
Okay.
And the discipline has been on the areas, even in our constitution, discipline has been an area of concern, and we really want to work seriously on that.
Okay.
We have disciplinary committees for those who actually erred on areas of defaulting constitutional issues or even government issues as it concerns the port and areas of businesses. We actually place into such things and we make sure that committees on that, disciplinary committees, will work seriously on that. But that's not the issue. The issue is that you have to put them to the right perspective first. You have to make them understand what it is and what it takes to be very disciplined in their areas of work. And these are the areas we are actually working seriously on.
So what have you done to ensure that those who are not professionals find themselves into the industry? Because you just mentioned it, that a lot of people come in the name of clearing and forwarding. Yeah. You go to the port, you see anybody is doing clearing and forwarding. What are you doing to curb those people that are spoiling the name of freight forwarders?
Thank you very much. This is the area I really appreciate the CDC Customs, who actually mentioned that it has only licensed custom officers, agents to work with. If you're not a licensed custom agent, it's going to be difficult for you to work with the customs these days. So we have to see so many people calling themselves freight forwarders and custom brokers, but they're not licensed. You need to be licensed according to our constitution and according to SENA, be licensed with the customs so that they can work with you on the areas of your businesses. So what we are trying to do in effect is to have a relationship with all the customs, all the government stakeholders in the part, to making sure that these areas of who is supposed to be in the country, who is supposed to actually work. Do you have a license to work there? Do you have a relationship with shipping companies? What has given you that relationship? So all these things are actually a stage that will come to pass.
Do you think the biometrics you did with your members will help you to be able to sieve out these people that are not supposed to be there?
Yeah, biometrics is all about membership, where we now have your data, full data of who is who in the industry. But that does not mean that when you err into our lay down principles and ideas, you cannot be treated on a disciplinary committee issue. The biometrics is all about knowing who you are and making sure we have to get you in case if you default.
But what I meant is that since you have biometrics, does that not make it easier for you to be able to know those who don't belong to this industry?
It makes it very easy because if you're not biometrically registered with us, that means you're not a member of this association.
So what is being done to be able to ensure that these people are brought to book? Those who are claiming to be freight forwarders and they are not freight forwarders.
These are the areas we have a very big concern. The areas we have a very big concern because too many people, they in fact outnumber the people who are registered. And too many people are claiming they are freight forwarders whereas they are not licensed. So what we are trying to do is to be in same line with the government apparatus, government agencies, and line to not to deal with any person like this. And you have to deal with somebody that is having license. Or you have to deal with the association that is actually that person says it belongs to. If, for example, you are in this kind of association, you must have a license by customs. This is the prerequisite for you to be a member of my association. If you are not licensed, you are not a member of this association. And I don't consider you as a custom broker because you are not licensed by customs. So you don't have to interface with customs. You don't have to do anything with customs because you must have to have your RC number.
But unfortunately, that's not the reality because these people still get businesses.
No, what they do is they liaise with some people who are having licenses in line with what is not supposed to be because your licenses should be guided.
But that's criminal.
These are the areas we are covering very soon. That's what I told you is a state thing. Okay. Stage 1, we have done professionalism, we are working on that. Stage 2 is to making sure that we work in line with customs and the other government agencies to put a very institutional business so that they will go to school. They will actually be certified and they will be licensed as, not just licensed as custom brokers, but having certification from CRFFM. Okay. Or we can even give custom broker certificates, but in conjunction with CRFFN, we have to go through this training and the training of the membership.
Okay, delay in the clearance of goods in the nation's seaports has been attributed, although you said that is what you're going to do in your second year, to inadequate training of freight forwarders to be professionals in discharging their duties. What is your reaction to it? Because it's already causing, this training now is already causing serious issues.
Like I told you, yes, it's a part of it, but it's not the total holistic about it. The part of it in the sense that, yes, you need to be trained so that you know the nomenclatures and the way forward of how to do the business correctly in the port. Another thing is to be in line with government policies. What does government say about this thing? What exactly is the key point that you're going into the port for? You need to know what you're going in there for. You need to be in tune with the policies and the guidelines of the import procedures. So these are the areas we want them to know properly and get into the segment and become a professional in that field. So it is a systematic thing, like I told you. We are moving forward to that second stage and we are going to get there. Don't forget that we're just 1 year old in the office.
Okay. Do you think you will agree with me that the industry needs funding in the areas of infrastructure and all that? So do you think the federal government's investment in the development of the maritime sector is meeting up with its challenges?
No, it's not meeting up with these challenges. Look at the great lots today. I was trapped on the traffic to come in here for almost 3.5 hours just because of trucks. We tied all over the places. The infrastructures are not there. The movement is extremely bad, and government is not doing much about where they actually generating revenue for this country. I think government has to do a whole lot of things, making sure that infrastructures must be put in place.
So if you have to provide solutions to those gridlock, those trucks parked on the road, what will be the solution that you will give as a stakeholder in the industry?
Too many things to open up other ports areas like eastern ports, foreign ports, and making sure that they put in too much freight charges that will be so down low so that people can use other ports. Then again, to put in the infrastructures on the other ports, like Warri ports, like One ports. One seaport is actually working. Port Harcourt seaport too. They should put some serious infrastructures, and something that will encourage customers, that is the importers and the shippers, to use the other ports. Then again, to reduce the level of dependency on the type of trucks that we are using here. The truck that you see, almost 30-40 years trucks are still applying the roads. That is the MOT. Then again, we need to know exactly where is the stacking areas, where should they be putting their trucks. It shouldn't be on the road. So federal government, in conjunction with the Lagos state government, should work hard on this. It's a very serious matter and it's a big issue.
This is where we must end this beautiful chat. It's been Iju Tony Nwabunike. He is the national president of the Association of Nigerian Customs License Agents, ANCLA. Many thanks for coming on Maritime Update.
I appreciate it very much. Thank you very much.
Welcome to our interactive segment. These are the mails we received this week. The position of the ocean-going vessels is similar to the aircraft. If the coastal vessels are compared in the same perspective with the aircraft, our song will be dignities. We, the older generation of mariners, are looking for solutions. Nigeria cannot be a maritime nation with all human capacities, expands coastal line 800 nautical miles, rich water habitat, clement water coverage, etc., and the sector being abandoned. Captain Tony O. Olubode from Lagos. Hello, Norma. I am Alaja A.W. Muhammad. I'm a businesswoman based in Kano State. As a stakeholder in the maritime sector, I was in Kaduna to witness the official commissioning of the Kaduna IDP, as it will be of immense benefit to me. I want to use this medium to congratulate Mr. Hassan Bello on his achievement, on ease of doing business in the sector, and to also appreciate the Minister Rotimi Amechi on his quest to revamping the railway transportation. Thank you all. Thank you to Alaja. I believe they are watching and happy they are making impact. We must also say a big thank you to all of you who sent in mails this week. Your questions, comments, or contributions are appreciated. We ask that you keep them coming. To join this interactive session, send your questions, comments, complaints, or observations to maritimeupdate@yahoo.com with your name and location. We implore you to keep them simple and civil so we can read them. And that's the show this week. We hope you enjoyed it. If yes, please join us again same time next week. Thank you most kindly for being a part of this week's edition. Please remember to send your comments, complaints, and observations on our email or the number showing on your screen. This show promises to bring you yet another exciting package next week. For more details, you can also contact the Nigerian Shippers Council on our website or text the number showing on your screen. You can view this episode or any of our previous episodes on our YouTube channel, Maritime Update. When you visit, please subscribe for free and also click the notification button. A big thank you to our production crew who worked behind the scene to bring us Maritime Update every week. I am Norma Obiaswalo. Until I come your way again same time next week, do have a fabulous weekend. Goodbye.